Hi, I'm Angela Palmer from Stamp with Angela, and today I'm doing a Facebook Live as today is World Card Making Day. So here in New Zealand on Saturday the 5th of October, we're celebrating World Card Making Day. So this morning I got to attend a team training with other demonstrators at a larger group meeting, about 15 of us. We got to have a discussion, just some stamping up things that are happening, information to help our business, and then we got to make a card together. So now I thought I'd like to share with you, my customers and those that watch me on YouTube and follow me on Facebook and follow my blog. I thought it'd be nice to inspire you with a card and do some card making with you too. I've got a family birthday, second birthday party to attend this afternoon, so unfortunately I can't do a live class, so I thought doing it on Facebook and video would be the best way of being able to share something and inspire you too. So I will show you what I'm going to make today, and I'd like to encourage you too to perhaps make a card, and then not only make a card, but it's important to make a card and send it, whether it's for a birthday or just a card to send to someone to say that you appreciate them and you care for them. So I will show you what we're going to make. I'll just turn the camera around. Right, there's the view outside, and here is my table here. So the cards that I'm going to show you today and make with you is from the Free as a Bird stamp set. So this is very cool. It's a stamp set that you can get on its own, or you can get it as part of a bundle, and you can get it with these dies too. They're called the Stitch Nesting Labels dies, and I found those quite useful. So you can just use the stamp set like I have on these cards. These were actually cards that I did earlier in the week on Tuesday, the first Tuesday of the month, at my Coffee and Cards. A couple of variations, and then I took the card another step further and did it with my kids class on Wednesday. So I'll just show you a couple of different ways, but you can make a card for all sorts of occasions, whether it's birthday, friendship, thank you, that kind of thing. So I've used the note cards for these cards here, and what I've done is I haven't stamped directly on the card. I've cut a piece a little bit smaller. So the size is 8 centimeters by 11.8, and you can either, I've put it on with dimensionals, you can see it's raised there, or if you want to, I've matted it. So this is my piece that I stamp on, and then I've adhered it to this, so it's got a bit of a frame, and then put it onto the card base, so that kind of stands out a little bit more. So I'll show you how I've done that, and then I've coloured it with watercolour pencils. So you could use watercolour pencils, or you could use stamping blends. The watercolour pencils are a more economical way to do some colouring. You can get some great results. So these are the watercolour pencils in a nice range of colours. So let's do some stamping. Alright, so put those ones aside. So I've got my stamp here, and I'm going to stamp it in Memento Black ink. Now, because I'm using watercolour pencils, I'm not using them with aqua painters. If I was using aqua painters and I was using water, then I would have to use shimmery white or watercolour paper, and I would also use StazOn, otherwise the ink will run. So just bear in mind if you want a sentiment down there. So we can do that. Maybe we'll just, in this stamp set there's a little hello, or there's a thanks for being you. So let's do a little hello this time. Whoops, there we go. Alright, so colouring. So here I've got my pencils. This set I've put in a clear case so I can easily see them. I'll put them over the side here, and I'm going to colour them, but I'm also going to use a blender pen. So the blender pen comes in packs of 3, and they're great for blending the colours. So just going to grab a scrap piece of paper too. Alright, okay, so I'm going to colour my image. So we'll do some brown. Like so. Now I don't have to be too neat, and I'll just show you what I mean. I would spend a little bit more time and not be quite as rushed, but for the sake of the video, obviously I don't want to hold you up for too long. You get a general idea. So, but if you look at that, oops, where are we here? You can see that it's a little bit messy and you can see the lines. If I get my blender pen, so we'll just make sure it's clean. So it's got a special liquid in it which helps blend the colours, but it doesn't make it all wet like an aqua painter would. So that's why I can use just standard cardstock and my Memento. And then I'm going to colour in the leaves. So now bits where I've missed, I'm kind of blending in the colours a bit more. I've missed a whole leaf there, but I can pick up some of the ink that's already on my pen. And even these ones, they're not quite as dark, but there's a bit of colour, or I can go back with a bit more colour and then blend it. So there you can see I've coloured in the leaves. So remember to clean it. Flowers, let's go for some bright pink ones this time. So mainly getting colour in there and then using my blender pen to, where are we? So you can see they're quite messy, and now I'll come in with my blender pen and colour it a little bit more carefully. Makes it a bit lighter, but not so many lines and things. Alright, so then you can do birds whichever colour you like. So here's another one I've done here. This was more Calypso Coral and Browns. Got blues here, and this one with the yellows. And you'll also notice with this I've stamped up the top as well. So if I put this on my card, it, you know, it may look like it's kind of floating up there a little bit. So if you wish, you can stamp a couple of the leaves to kind of frame it. So let's do that as well. So I've just kind of come off the page like this. There we go. And then that's bordered. You could go all the way around if you want, but it is bordered. And then I would obviously colour in these and then colour in my birds as well. So I'll do that. Now to decide what colour I should colour. Oops, naughty naughty. I didn't clean my brush. That leaf's going to be a little bit brown. Okay. So yeah, like I say, sorry, I'm being a little bit rushed. Okay, birds, what colour shall we go for? Let's go for yellow. Oh, I've missed some leaves there as well. So let's colour these leaves in, forgot them. And then after I've done this card, I'll show you another version of it where I've kind of stepped it up a bit and made it for my kids class. Alright, so let's colour it in. So if you look at this one here now, whoops, see how soft that is? Whereas you can see the lines on this one. But now I'm going to blend it in. Just remember, you've got to make sure your brush is clean before you change colours. See, there was quite a bit of colour there and I was able to blend it through. Okay. If I wanted to, I could maybe just do a little orange beak. Right, learn from your mistakes, clean the pen. If you're using a few different colours, you could obviously, because you get a set of 3, you could keep swapping them and changing them colours. But there you go, that looks really nice. So, just to make it a little bit more interesting, so I'm just going to do it plain, or you could, looks like I need to trim it slightly, you could frame it slightly like that. Maybe we'll do that. Oh, quick quickly trim a little bit off, and if I get hopefully the right measurement, see if that works. Yeah, so a very narrow border, but that's okay. So my glue, so I'm going to adhere this to the green, but then dimensionals for the other part. So with this stamp, the stamp does lots of the work for you, so you don't need, you know, to do too much more. The stamp itself is very nice. So my dimensionals, which I put, they were right here. Where have they gone? Dimensionals. Alright, so you've probably seen this before, but I do highlight them so that when you put them on, you can see, whoops, if you have taken the top sticker off without having to touch it to see if it's sticky. Alright, so how's that for a nice, quick and easy card? A nice card to send someone just to say hello, how you doing, or thank you, or something like that. Alright, so if you comment below, put your name, I'll choose someone to send this card out to. So if you'd like to receive it, comment below and you might be one of the people that receive it. Alright, so here's some other options for the card. This is what I did in my kids class. So I've stamped it, but I've put it onto a shape. So it's one of these that I've pre-cut using the largest of those dies, and I've stamped it on that. Then I've used this layering leaves embossing folder in the background, Pear Pizzazz I believe, and again I've used dimensionals to lift it up. So because I coloured the birds in the Daffodil Delight yellow, I've made the card base yellow, and then you can also stamp inside. With this one here, because I've used this colour, I think it's Balmy Blue. The blue colour is slightly different. I think it was Bermuda Bay, but it still tones quite nicely together, and I've stamped some leaves inside. So some lovely cards, fairly easy to make, not too much time. So this one I've put happy birthday on, this one I've just left blank, and then some note cards as well. So happy World Card Making Day. I hope you get a chance to perhaps make a card too. Please comment below, and someone who comments below will get a chance to receive this card that I've made today. So thank you for watching. If you've got any questions about what I've done today, or product, or anything like that, then please feel free to comment below or message me. So I appreciate you watching. Thank you, Catherine, for your comment. Glad you like the cards, and yeah, have fun with your card making, and even feel free to share some photos in the comments of what you make today too. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.